But we are here at Rainbow Tea Rooms
Yep.
with my lovely friend Warren, who is chair of Chester Pride. Are you still chair?
For now, yeah.
For now?
For now, yeah.
What's going on with that?
So I retire gracefully in October. So yeah, stepping down after 12 years of Pride, 13 years of Pride.
Is that how long Pride's been going now?
Yeah, since 2012. So yeah, first one was 2013. But yeah, I joined to help get a few acts on stage, and then I ended up running the show.
And you've done fabulous, haven't you?
Well, I think it's a team effort. We've gone from what it was outside the town hall to what we are now, which is huge now.
I remember the first one outside the town hall.
Still my favourite.
Yeah, that was
still my favourite one. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Now we are at
Castle Square now,
which is where the courts are.
Crown
for
Courts,
anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah.
And the date for Pride is the 17th of August.
17th
Did
of
you
August.
get that right?
Yeah. You know what? It's really funny because we've been doing so much press, and a few of the others have been saying, "Oh, yes, the 19th." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's the 17th." And so it's been stuck in my head now. So every time someone asks the date, I'm like, "Is it the 17th? Or is it the 19th?"
Yeah, I wrote
I'm like, "It's definitely the 17th."
And this year, the acts, I was so excited. The countdown was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 days, and I was like, "Oh, come on, I want to know." And Shane Ward, Louise, the cheeky girls. Who else have we got?
Kim Maisel. So Kim is probably someone for people. I'm not going to say the older crowd because I am now in the 40s plus bracket.
Yeah, she's big in the house.
Yes, the house is, but she covered a lot of things like Candy Statton's Young Hearts Run Free. Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. She's had some really big sort of hits that she's covered. So we've got Kim Maisel. So we've got Gloria Gaynor. We've got Kim Maisel. Bag of Chips from RuPaul's Drag Race there. Shagger's obviously there. We've got Sharon Wallace, another local act. Jan George, who are flying in from Sweden.
Wow.
We've got tributes to Elton John and Beyonce, which both of them are just the best. They are so good. I'm trying not to forget anyone now. Alex Party. I'm trying to go down this. Like Ella Grace, who we had last year, Sammy Brooks' daughter. She went on stage with Sammy to basically do a song, give us some exposure. She's part of the Hammond dance troupe, who we are working very hard with to try and get back this year as well. And she went on to do a little song, and I was just like, how has that come out of this little person?
I seen it. I remember seeing it.
I just went, so right, I'm booking you for next year there, and then thinking I'll probably get shot for doing this, but I don't care. So we booked her there, and then Dan Walker's back. DJ, we tried the DJ last year. It kind of worked, so we're going to do it again this year. So DJ at the beginning of the day. This year's lineup, it was hard for me because I had three options. I could have spent loads of money and gone, I don't care, it's not my problem next year. I could have not spent any money and gone, I don't care, it's not my problem. Or I could have stuck to the same budget I've had for the last 3 years and gone, right, somehow I'll make this work, and I don't know how, but we have. And this has been the hardest year for the acts because I wanted it to be a good lineup. Obviously, it's my last one.
I think it always is, though.
Every year we try our best and we work within a budget. And I sometimes look at the lineup and think we didn't get it right this year, and it still goes down well, and people still are very receptive. And obviously, as the years have gone by, we've been a free event, and I've kind of always had that sort of, not the argument, but the saying of it's a free event. There's not a lot of money coming in, so we have to be grateful for what we can get. As we move to a ticketed event, which again, we never wanted to do this, but we had no choice. Costs have gone up. I mean, artist costs this year are ridiculous. I mean, there's acts that we were looking at 3 years ago at 15 grand and now 45 grand.
Wow.
And this is standard across the board. And this is a COVID case because COVID came, obviously we came out COVID and we went, we need to do, social things. All these events popped up overnight and everyone, well, I'll book you. And these agents were then going, and the acts. And it's supply and demand, and you can't blame them for doing this. They've got to do it. They put the prices up because they thought that's what they were worth. And then when all these events actually went, there's no money in events, it's actually harder than we thought it was, and they all fell. The ones of us that survived then had to pick up the pieces and go, right, so an act I was paying 6 grand for 2 years ago, you now want 10 grand. That's a 4 grand increase.
Massive,
and for an event that doesn't have, if it's a charity event like ours that doesn't charge, it's near impossible. And you can kind of see that with all the lineups this year. even the big prize this year have really pulled back on what they're doing. Brighton prize lineup this year is fantastic. It's a great lineup. But I look at it and think, even Brighton clearly has had to pull its purse strings back because it's got to that point now where things are costing too much. And I don't want that to sound negative towards any prize I'm naming by name, because we're all in the same boat, and we've all kind of said that, in the networks we have, this is getting harder and harder, and it's this for me was why I decided to leave. Was I got this sort of impression that there was not a lot. I mean, there was 12,000 people at Pride last year, and I can kind of name on my hand the people that are very negative towards Pride, and we'll throw out a few comments there that you do take to heart, especially when you think you're volunteering 40 hours a week minimum.
Yeah.
We don't get paid for this.
Because it is an amazing event.
So it does dishearten you when things are said like that. And I just got to that point where I thought, are people feeling that they should be, entitled to more? If that's the case, you need to help us more. And this is why we're sat in the Rainbow Tea Rooms today. I mean, we opened this as a revenue stream for Pride.
So this helps fund.
In theory, yes. I mean, obviously, it's only our second year. So the first year, you're never going to make, masses of money.
It's the birthday of the cafe
yesterday. Yeah, and I got the last chair spray painted. So I decided that it was looking a little bit tired. It's been 2 years, we've not really done anything to it. And I just said, look, it needs to have a bit of a rebirth, or we need to spray paint, not spray paint, but we need to paint it a little bit to make it look a bit nicer. So I've literally done everything.
It's really
everything you can see, I've done on my own, with the help of Tom and Alice, who spray painted a couple of chairs. I painted a wall. But these chairs have been the bane of my life. Spray painting these chairs has just been forever. And I got the last 2 done yesterday. I thought, yeah, I'm done. And then I noticed this morning I'm 1 chair missed. I was like, do you know what? I don't care.
So if anyone wants to spray a chair,
if anyone wants to come spray paint a chair, I'll show you how. But yeah, so we opened the tea rooms as a revenue stream. Obviously the bars at Pride are now operated by Pride. So I looked, when I took over as chair, of ways to make sure that Pride is self-funded.
Yeah.
Because it's getting harder, and sponsors eventually are going to turn around and go, we haven't got the money. And we're seeing that this year. Our sponsors have all come back on bar, a couple, and they've said, look, we can't afford it, and that's totally fine. We get it. We are very lucky that we've got massive support from M&S Bank and Bank of America, and a lot of other sponsors that come on board. But it's getting harder and harder. So this is where the
tickets sales work for anyone that doesn't.
So what we do every year, or we have done for the last 2 years, is we've released 1,000 tickets through the year that are free. And that, in theory, costs us up to £10,000 of lost revenue. But it's important for me that people still get a chance to come to Pride. Yeah. Those tickets have sold out at the moment, but we are going to look at putting, a sort of a reserve list together. So if people are struggling to go, look, I can't afford £10, they can get in contact through the website, and we will see what we can do.
Can people come on the day and pay their £10 on the day
as well? We would advise that you pay in advance because it's cheaper. I don't know what the on-the-day price is going to be. It's not going to be anything dramatic.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say, it's going to be £11, and then you think, well, I'll just get it on the day, because that doesn't help Pride. We need that money in advance so we know what we've got coming in. We know how many people are coming, so we can obviously make sure the toilet facilities are, the numbers we need, the food providers there, the bars are well stocked. Because the last thing we want to do is go, we sold 2,000 tickets. We don't need all these toilets. We don't need all this stock. And on the day, 10,000 people come on board. So it's important that people buy in advance. One, so we know for numbers, for safety, for what we have to buy and things. But two, it just gives us that chance to go. The event costs around £120,000 for a 1-day event, and people don't see that. Our insurance, for instance, is around about £8,000. That to me is money that hopefully we'll never have to use. We never have to use insurance, but that's £8,000 that we won't see. So it's very expensive to put these events on now. So we launched prepay as well last year.
That's the bar token.
Yeah. So you get like a plastic card, which I have one in my wallet because I'm forever showing people. So it's a plastic card. Looks like a gift card. You literally give it to the bar staff. They scan it for you. You can upload credit in the Rainbow Tea Rooms. So you do that in the tea rooms. If you can't get into us, you can go online, and there's an online credit which gives you like a QR code. You can screenshot your phone, so you don't have to have your phone live because there is internet issues down where we are. So you can screenshot the QR code. It still works because the live reception's on our end, and it deducts the credit. For doing that, what we have done this year is we froze the prices at 2023 prices, because obviously, we are in this cost of living crisis, which, people are feeling it, but then I also feel it is fueled on heavily by the media, so people are feeling the cost of living. I get that, but we froze the prices. It's 2023 prices, and they're cheaper than on the day prices as